And
Yes,
so that's an opportunity maybe to build.
There are a few private incubators.
How do you connect with those private incubators?
There's a local association called the Business Innovation Cluster Uganda, and the membership is ourselves, iHub, Hive CoLab, FinAfrica, Grameen Foundation, Mara Launchpad.
And Nike together, where we bring 10 innovators in a particular space, and then spend 3 days essentially tearing apart the business plans. You bring sort of technical experts, venture capitalists, others, and at the end of the 3 days, making commitments of how you're going to actually help them. The program's really cheap, but it's raised $40 million in capital for developing country innovators. I'm wondering if there's any thought about doing something, because I imagine getting capital is really hard within the
Getting
country.
capital is quite difficult here. So partly that interest rates are high. Local banks are unwilling to lend to young people who have no collateral. So it is a challenge, and in fact, a lot of our effort goes into finding ways for businesses to make a low capital launch.
What do you see missing from the ecosystem?
I don't know if I would say it's what is missing, but one of the challenges that students come up against is that is family expectations, and it's students' families who pay their tuition fees, and when they graduate, there's quite a strong expectation on these students that you're going to go out and get a job with a regular salary. Now this is a group of students who've been incubating a business idea. Families typically view that with a bit of distrust. I mean, you're not going to pay back our investment in you right now.
Correct that and analyze it and see what they need. Then come the students and the faculty and say, here is the problem. Then they come up with innovations which will go back to the communities and roll over to the communities. And when they are successful, we roll them over to the other countries as well. So he's committed with his office to support these students to roll over these innovations. And one of the things that we also think that the innovations they come up with should be sustainable and the communities should be able to afford it.
Yes.
So in a way, as they finish here, they'll still have something to do with the communities.
Okay. First comment, that's very, very interesting. You say that that the community should be able to afford it, because I believe very much that there needs to be some pull from the communities for an innovation to take root.
So they will be data driven. They will have evidence that these communities need those innovations, not have an innovation when actually you do not have.
Okay, yeah, because I think that pull is very important, because finally people, they commit to what they pay for. Second is a question: would you be willing to come in October and make a presentation to a large group of students here who are seeking their business concept?
We are going to start engaging you just after the launch of this project today.
Yeah.
We have already engaged the head of department and other faculty. We will come back with Florence. Florence is our innovation specialist. So if she doesn't do it well, of course, now that I know you, then I'll keep asking, where are these guys? But in the interest of time, Alex, I think
I wanted to maybe if I could just say two things. I mean, one is, to the extent that we could actually incentivize new innovations that would support what they're trying to do around resilience in different ways. So it could be climate, could be environment, could be food security, could be health. And thinking about how we do that and work together, I think that could be really fruitful. So prizes, competitions, something like that on the local level for Uganda, using some of the resources that USAID has given to you guys. I think that there's a great opportunity there
Yeah.
if because you guys should clearly be connected to
Yeah,
what
I'd be
we're
very
trying to do.
interested in exploring ways that we can use those mechanisms
Dr. Mazzeo, I'm sure would be happy to.
let's say, to build a sustained interest
Yeah.
from some of these students. The sustained interest is very important because in fact there are a number of competitions already going on, and one of the challenges with them is that the people who go into them view them as isolated events,
Right.
where the best outcome is an airplane trip to some nice city.
Right.
And
Right.
and if they win the
Yeah.
airplane trip, good, and that's the end of the story.